Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new podcast episode. And Happy New Year! It's the first episode of Iconic Authority. As you may have seen in December, I decided to again change the name of the podcast because Wealth Empress was not really resonating with the newest upgrade of my own decision making and also the direction I desire to take my business as well. In many aspects is still the same, but I didn't want to just be focusing on wealth on its own, because I believe that we need the authority, the authentic authority, so we can actually create the wealth that we desire within the safety of our own bodies. And today I came to you because I was reflecting on something that was quite interesting about content creation. And I feel like there is a lot of content that do not get delivered because we are trying really hard to make it extremely pretty, and like it's probably some level of perfectionism, but also sometimes it's like there is important points that we feel like it needs to be created in the graphic, so we won't forget about it, because maybe in some part of us there is still like a doubt that what we are creating is really what has been created or it's planned, like it's been established. I feel like I'm like in a way when I'm saying this is like it's a reflection of my own decision and what I've been doing. I have released a new offer that is super sweet. It's called L'Atelier Iconic, and it's a 12-month portal, a live portal. So you also have access to previously recorded masterclass and courses, which I'm really excited about for you to have access to. So you have access to all my body of work so far for an entire year, and you can either join per month or you can join for a full year. If you join for a full year right now, I have an offer that you're going to get access to 1 day Telegram with me every month for the entire month you're in the Atelier Iconic, which for me private mentoring has been extremely supportive in my growth, in my own decision making, and also my own trust. It's all about finding the perfect person that is there to really support you and not overpowering you. I've been in business for a really long time, and I've been choosing at the beginning mentors that were really overpowering, and I realize now how my own body was crashing when I was around them, because I was trying to be them instead of being myself and really within myself, really making those decisions for me, not based on someone else's decision, someone else's business model more than anything. So coming back to the content creation aspect of what I was saying right now is that I personally love when I go on Instagram. I don't follow a lot of people, but like when I follow people, I like to go to the Instagram, and I love the way curated, like the way some of the stories are curated. I really appreciate that. I love how I found them pretty, so I'm like aesthetic, and I love anything that is very pretty. It's probably the luxury part of me, but anyway. And I know personally that is something that I'm working towards, creating those very beautifully curated stories, and I really appreciate that. But also there is a part of me that really wants to just have a blank photo, like a good looking photo. It's usually like the way I feel like it has so much I can really channel a huge amount of potency within it, because I just take a photograph and the idea has been channeled, and I just come and just deliver it right there with a little bit of design within an Instagram, without having to go through so many tools and taking like 20 minutes for one slide. That's me. I'm just saying that I'm going to take 20 minutes for the created one, but sometimes when inspiration kicks, I found myself when inspiration kicks and I'm in perfectionism, it's just trying to get a hold of me. I'm going to make it pretty, and I'm going to go on I personally love using Express. It's an Adobe. It's like a Canva. It's the same. It looks like Canva. So I've been going there and trying to make things pretty, and I just that's just I'm not too sure, so I just drop it, and inspiration just flew by, and it's not there anymore. But it's sometimes I just feeling the inspiration is coming, and I'm just either take my notes, write everything down, and then go on Instagram, take a photograph, and just copy and paste what was written. And sometimes it's just hot. I'm on Instagram, open Instagram, one story, like tick, 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 and it's done. And it's part of me that I actually feel like this is incredible to have access to, like not access, but have when I say access is more in the mind, having the access of the awareness of actually inspiration is there, and I'm deciding that. And I realize that anytime I do more on the fly, I get way more interaction with people than when I plan ahead. Right now, I found it more fun to actually do it this way, because when actually inspiration kicks, I just do it, and I realized the last few days I've been doing that more often, because at the same time I try to make, for the last few days, created graphics that did not want to come. What really came forward was that when I was creating that, I got frustrated. So I was like, actually, I'm not infusing the potency of the offer, the potency of the transformation that I'm offering on Atelier Iconic. And actually, that's the one I was working on, because I'm frustrated. And if I'm actually creating something with frustration, I'm going to infuse my graphic with frustration, and in some ways it's going to be subconscious, but you're going to be receiving frustration as well. So that's in the good world, like in the big projection world, I will definitely have created graphics. I feel like in many ways, when your life gets busy, it's very easy. Like it's way easier to be able to have that. So you can just go on your image bank and just choose those graphics and post them. But at the same time, nothing beats like potency in the fresh. Nothing does that. Like there's so much potency in flow, and of course sometimes slow, it's in the middle of cooking dinner, so it might not happen, so you might just take a note and just come back to it later, but it's something that I really realized yesterday. I was trying to make the graphic, and at some point I actually took my phone and I just I'm going to just make stories, like speaking stories, instead of create like for 20 minutes trying to make something. And I think I made 2 or 3, so it's 4 minutes. But I always re-listen or rewatch everything that I'm doing, not because I want to criticize myself. I just want to feel the frequency of what I'm creating, just to feel how that feels within my bones, like I just feel the frequency within my bones. And I realized when I was listening back to those stories, I was like, ooh, I actually talk about more than what I was thinking to talk about. I just it just flowed out of my mouth, and it was not, because at some level in perfection, it's ego, and it's not perfectionism at that level. Ego tried to take the wheel and just yes, but if you talk, you're going to be stumbled upon, your voice will crack, you will stumble upon, you'll forget half of the things you want to say, blah blah blah. And I was like, you know what, when you sometimes I let it speak and I let it take the wheel, because I'm like, I drop the awareness. But most of the time I caught myself, and if I do have the opportunity to just do it on the fly, I do it on the fly. And it could be even at 11 p.m. If the inspiration comes, I will do it on 11 p.m., which I actually did last night before going to bed. I was like, okay, I've been trying to do that for, no, it was not 20 minutes, let's be honest. There's a lot of YouTube videos coming as well because I didn't want to do it. So it's just coming back to that, the awareness is coming. Let's just do the video. At the end of the day, most videos that you do, unless you're doing it live, every video you do on your stories can be deleted. You can record it and just I don't like it, and you just discard it before even posting it. And if you post it and you don't like it, you can always take it down. And it's the same as a live. Most of the time when you go live, personally, I don't have 100 million followers, and if I go live, I don't have 1,000 people seeing me live. I probably have maybe 10, 15 max. So it's just even if it was the case, and 10, 15, when you say you'll be live, but if you just decide to come live without any announcement, I probably have 2 or 3. And it's just it's part, and it's fine. I'm all good with that. But also live can be deleted if you don't like it. But also there is a part of the live experience of when you come and you just record it and you just say that's what it is. There is a huge part of healing happening within it as well. There is a big part of you trusting what you have to say, and you're not getting stuck into your notes and of like, oh, I need to just say this and say that. It's more a felt, embodied. As I am recording this podcast, the school are closed, so I on my own trying to record this while having the kids watching a little bit of a movie, and of course, like in a very short amount of time talking to you, they came 4 times already. So the choice of being a mother of 3. This is a reminder for you as well, that is there any offer that you have on your map that are nearly ready to be, like they are ready to be set in action, in motion, and you haven't done the marketing side because you're wanting to sit down and create that beautifully created setting for your offer, and like that is the only thing that prevents you from selling that offer. And I feel like that's a big part of my newest decision as well. Stepping in authority is really highlighting more and more my awareness of, isn't it because I've seen it somewhere else that I need to do it the same way, and what it works for them is great, but I can also decide that something else will work for me in another way. And of course, you can blend everything sometimes. Like I might create something on the fly, and if there are text, then I might just reuse that at some point. But there is that level of embodiment of flow that is very important. I feel like when you're wanting it to be really leaning into your full authentic authority, because when you actually lean into that, luxury is already embedded, like it's already embedded and embodied within yourself. So it has nothing to do with what you wear, what you do, what the way the stories look. It's like it's a frequency, it's a gold frequency. It's gold and God frequency as well. When you create from a God idea, when we create from a pure soul channeling, there is something very, very potent. Like I use that word a lot today, but like that's every time I say potent, I really see the video. I think maybe you've seen something like that. I've seen many times different ones, how frequency works, and like when they were trying to use forks, and one was 440 and the other one was like, the big one was 440 and the other one was 100, like 135, and you were to ring the 135 and the other one would not resonate. But if you use a 440, like they're not touching, and it will be, the other one will start, like one was vibrating and the other one will actually catch up. And that's what it is when you're like, that's how I actually conceptualize frequency. Is there is a part of you when you are in your God state, when you are in your pure channeling creation state, that hasn't touched any frustration, judgment, ego, and it's just delivered like that. There is so much strength, so much impact within your words, within whatever you write as well, because there hasn't been filtered. There is no filter, because you just realize, you receive it, you act upon it. Like even sometime when it actually, for me, when it's actually typed, you usually receive the words and you type it as you receive it. But when you talk, it's even like trusting that what comes it's coming perfectly, because you don't think about it before. You just take the camera and just like, let's go, here we go, I want to talk about that, and you just let the voice flow, whatever comes, and you re-listen to it. It was like, oh my God, I didn't realize. I was like, I would talk about all of those things that if I had planned, I would have forgot half of what I said. So that's a big part of my big message for you today. Is there any current offer that you have that it hasn't passed the motion state because you're still stuck in the marketing state, the creation of the marketing plan, and that's preventing you from making sales, being like in really leaning into your authentic self, like basically selling authentically while offering a big transformation within your own offering and your own clients. Because when we are really leaning into trust, when we're leaning into what is purely channeled within ourselves, there is a huge shift within our own bones. There is a big trust, like the trust is there, but we get to to deepen that trust into a next level of remembrance of our own self. And this is where, when we actually go into that flow, we get to also tune in with wealth consciousness. Because if we go through our own pure channel is it's pure abundance. Pure abundance is wealth. And it's wealth at every level. It doesn't have to be like just financial, it's everything else. So that's something I would love to leave you with today. I would like for you to have a look. Is there any offer that you have on paper that haven't passed the stage of paper to market, like to the creation of the marketing? And is there anything that you could actually do today that would that would actually prevent the ego kicking in, so you can actually activate gold frequency right now? So now it's your turn to go back to your offers and realize whatever of those offers that you really resonated with, that are still on paper, that haven't been actionated now. It's about sitting or standing, whatever that feels right, and actually either write whatever comes into pure channeling, or talking. It could be also just taking a voice note and just speaking to the voice note and turning this in a podcast as well. I do it video based because I actually find it easier to do a video for many reasons. I can actually edit faster, easier if I have a visual, because I have ADHD, and audio sometimes I feel like, oh, I don't want to re-listen to it because I don't know where I was in the track. But if I see a video, I can actually can remember where I was with my hands, even whatever. Like it feels easier for me. So that's the reason I'm actually doing it in a video base. And also, before I go, have an exploration through Atelier Iconic. Atelier Iconic is the place to be, the only one for 2025, where you get access to live programs. You have access to live masterclass throughout the year, and you also have access to all the programs that I'm going to be releasing in 2025. I have a couple coming. And also you have all access pass of all my previous body of work. So you have a lot of wealth energetics, you also have a lot of somatic, you have meditation, you have like a lot. For me, it's the trifecta. It really works with, like, it's about wealth, but it's also body, because to embody wealth, you need the body. So it's a trifecta. It works with the body, mind, spirit. And if you go through all of them, I feel like the one that you could start with, and I would recommend you to start with, would be Equinox. It's 21-day breath work. It's self-paced, but like with 21 days, you get to really build resilience within your body. You build that strength of having a grounded nervous system, so you can get a deeper clarity, and you can also shut off the ego. And also in Equinox, you also have somatic techniques that will be supporting you. Moreover, if you have ADHD tendencies, because I have, and I found that breath work before I done Equinox, with that method, like Equinox method that I created, I never managed to do it to get so deep into breath work before I actually implemented the somatic and the breath together within my I'm teaching in the method in Equinox. So I invite you to go on Atelier Iconic and just feel for yourself. You can join for 1 month and subscribe, you can leave at any time. But if you go for 1 year, you have a great price, and you also have 1 day per month with me and it's just amazing. I love personal chats with mentors. Personally, it's something that I feel like I go so much faster with that. So I invite you to go and explore that, and I look forward to see you in Atelier Iconic. And also forgot that within Atelier Iconic, you also have group hot seats every month, so you can have also extra access to me, even if you're on a monthly basis. I will leave you with that today. I hope that helps, and I'm looking forward to hear from you. The comment section of the podcast is open, and you also have access to me through Instagram. I send you so much love. Happy New Year again, and I talk to you to the next one. Bye.